Good evening and welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion for October 11th to the 23rd. We're looking at the period for October 11th to the 15th, and the common aspect of all the models is a trough near the Aleutians, which we have right here, and a ridge with above normal heights along the west coast and the east coast. This trough here kind of lifts out, and we're going to look at all the models now. This is the European deterministics, the European ensembles, and the Canadian ensembles, all displaying the most common aspect of all the models. The GFS forecasts a trough over the northeast. The European and ensembles forecast a trough in the center of the nation. So we're going to look at the European ensembles. The European ensemble, see the trough of the Southern Nation, and here is its ensembles, the Canadian ensembles. Here's the European deterministics, see the trough in the center, and then we have the ensembles. And the Canadian ensembles are similar to the GFS, with a trough here over the northeast and a ridge here, along the west coast. So during this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures for much of this area here, near normal elsewhere, and for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation here, above normal precipitation for this region. Precipitation during this forecast period is forecast near a frontal boundary that extends from the southern plains to the mid-Atlantic. Also, another area is early next week in the middle and lower Mississippi Valley into the Ohio valleys. Temperatures will be warm in the east from south and north, with the ridge building downstream of the trough. Cool temperatures will accompany the front in the west. Next is the period for October 14th to the 18th. Okay, here we are on the 14th, and the models are still showing the similar thing with trough and below normal heights near the Aleutians, Gulf of Alaska, and the northeast. A ridge here and a ridge here. But look at the flow; it's pretty much flat. But the European and the Canadian ensembles. Now here's the European ensembles. And the Canadian ensembles forecast a trough from the Gulf of Alaska into the center of the nation. We're going to go forward in time. And this Canadian ensembles here, here's a trough extending here, building southeastward. So I'm going to forecast for this period pretty much the same as the other period, is above normal temperatures here, and for precipitation, same thing, below normal temperature precipitation here, and above normal precipitation for this area. Next is a period for October 19th to the 23rd. Here's the 19th, and most of the models and ensembles are not in agreement for this period. The GFS depicts a ridge over a large portion of the nation with a trough south of the Aleutians. So this is pretty much what the GFS is showing, and we have a trough here. The European forecasts a ridge in the west and a trough of the Ohio Valley. So we're going to look at the European forecast. Here's a Canadian. We're gonna go to the 23rd, and the Canadian is a flatter flow here, but with a upper low and a trough in the Gulf of Alaska. So generally a zone of flow across the U.S. and according to the Canadian. So during this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures here and along the east coast, below normal temperatures here, and for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation for Washington and Oregon, below normal precipitation for this region. So that is a long-range weather forecast discussion for October 11th to the 23rd. Thanks for coming, Jim, on this World of Weather, and have a good day.